I would show a little informal video on how I set up the Mech timers in our Shocker CVOs and Luxes. This also applies if you have a TN40 and you buy our mechanical frame with the timer built in. So I have a Carnage Adrenaline Lux here. I'm going to show on that. I've got my phone. So without further ado, let's get started. Oh, also shout out to Nikki T. I don't know if you can see it. He sent me the ECPL official shirt 2021. If you're in Europe or if you have passport and will travel, definitely check out that mechanical series. Shout out to Nikki T. All right, let's get this going. So first thing you need to do is find the Garmin app. I don't know if you can see it. It's this Garmin Connect, and it's got a C on it if you find it in the App Store. So add that in, and then once you get it up, you'll see the little plus sign on it, or you can go to devices. So if I go to Garmin devices, it'll say no devices. At the bottom, it'll say add a device, and it's going to say, can it search locally? And I allowed it. So it's starting setup, looking for a device. So I'm going to go to the timer frame and hold. Oh, I'm sorry. It's going to ask what type of device you have, what type of Garmin. And you want to click Browse All Compatible Devices. Go to Vivo, which is what I did. There's a Vivo option. And then you want to click Vivo Fit 4. Vivo Fit 4. Okay. And then it'll say press the button and hold to initiate pairing. Look for a 6-digit pin on the device. So I'm going to press and hold. It's got the little kind of like Wi-Fi looking logo. I'm going to let off and press and hold again. And now it's going crazy and it's got a 4-digit pin. So I'm going to hit start. It says device found. Do you want to connect it? I'm going to hit yes. Link with Vivo Fit 4. Yes. It's saying it's basically trying to add it. Use the pin at the bottom. And the little pin. I got the little like setup looking logo. It's doing its thing. It looks like it's downloading new firmware updates. My phone says setup complete. You've got the Vivo Fit 4. All right, now this is where I always make some changes. So when you're playing, and we played a lot with this, the most readable format is this first one. So that's the format I like the best. You can choose whatever you want, but I can tell you that's the one you can see the best. And then it's easier to read on the field if you change the clock to black with white. So this is stock. You want to change it to this. Okay, it's the white with the black font. It shows up better in the sunlight. You can do it, obviously this is a Fitbit type, fitness tracker. So I skip all that because I'm going to actually show you how to remove that. Allow notification access for your phone. We're going to skip that. Allow calendar access. And we're going to just skip that. Call access. We're going to skip that. Messaging access. We're going to skip that. And it's syncing, doing its update. It's saying press and hold. So I got a little check mark on it here. It's saying press and hold until you see the sync icon. I do. Okay. Then on the app, I'm going to hit next. And then it says press and hold to start syncing. It actually is already doing it. You can see it's doing its little, sorry. It's already changed the color of the screen, but we're not done. So now we got an easier to read screen from just the beginning of the video. You can tell it's much easier to read. That's the calendar. Now it says you want to learn about it. For now, just skip that. You can go back to that later and hit finish. Do you want weather data? That's up to you. It'll pull it from your phone. It's up to you if you want to do that or not. I'm going to skip that for now. You can add it later is what it's saying. All right, so I'm going to click the 3 bars. I'm going to go to Garmin devices. I'm going to click the Vivo Fit 4, which I have up here. We're going to go to device settings. Okay. We already have the display. This is where if you already have it set up, you can change the color that we just did. Visible widgets. So let's see, we'll get a little closer here. So once you get up into display, the colors where we just changed the color to black or white with black. We're going to go to normal use visible widgets. I'm going to do time and date. I'm going to turn off steps, turn off goal, turn off calories, turn off distance, turn off intensity, leave weather. I think weather's kind of nice. It's up to you, obviously. Turn on custom widget. Okay. Now up here on the top right, it says reorder. Click that, drag by clicking on the three things and bring custom widget to the very top. So you have custom widget, time, date. If your weather is on there, it'll be on there too. Okay. Now you want to back up one more and go to during an activity, and I'll turn off steps and distance. And I'm going to turn on custom widget. I'm going to click reorder and drag custom widget up to the top. And then I'm going to go to the custom widget button. Stock is beat yesterday. We're going to say, I'll show you a couple things. So you can just say one word. You can do name and number. If you do spaces, it'll center it up. So let's say we want to say best gun ever. So we can do like a couple spaces. I did 4. Best. Sorry, I'm doing this sideways here. And then we're going to click return. I'm going to click more spaces to where it's centered up over top each other. And then ever. Now, sorry, let me click this here. All right, so it says best gun ever, but see how the ever is not lined up. It's not centered. I'm going to take my phone away from the camera for a second, just try to center this up a little bit. All right, now if you can see, they're kind of centered up on top of each other. Best gun ever. All right, so then you want to go back, just hit the back arrow. And that is it. But we need to sync to send all this data, to remove all these apps we removed, and to change the custom widget. So we want to go, and when you click back one more time, at the bottom it said setup saved. So now it's ready to sync. So you go back to, you see your main screen here, which you can name it and all that. I'm going to click, sorry. Okay, it says ready to sync. I think, if I'm trying to remember, I think you just sync it. So to sync it, you get to the little kind of Wi-Fi look, or the phone signal strength, and I think here, let me get to it. There you go. It's up. Now once you get there, you press and hold. Now once you get it there, it's going to look for your phone. My phone's doing a thing. It's already syncing. You can see it. So it's sending, and the phone is doing its thing. Now I just have date, time, temperature, and my custom widget is best gun ever. Sorry, let me see something. I can't see the screen very well. Sorry, guys. So again, you may not even know this. To hold it to light it up, which is what I'm doing for you guys, you just tap it for a few seconds. And it says best gun ever. Sorry, it's a little out of focus, but you get the idea. Okay, so that's how you rip everything off of it. Now, to get it into timer, if you're playing a game, and by the way, now it just says daytime temperature. That's all there is. All this running apps and all that, steps and timers, it's just daytime temperature and weather, I guess. It's 77 here. All right, so you can press and hold, and you get to the other apps, which is the timer. What you guys want is not this, which is count down. You want this, which is count up. Okay, you get there, press and hold again. This is what you want to use in a match. It works like a stopwatch. Start, stop, reset. I used to use countdown and put it on 10 minutes. It's harder to read, and if there's a false start, it takes forever to reset it. This one, at any time, you just start, stop, reset. So if you accidentally bump it, which I really don't do, but it's just easier. So on your codes for your countdown, count up, you're going to be reversing it. So if it's a 10-minute game, it says 2 minutes, you got 8 minutes to go. If it says 9 minutes 30 seconds, then you got 30 seconds left in the match, if that makes sense. Stop it after the game and just click hit reset. If you leave it like this, it'll stay like this pretty much the whole day. And this is how I roll with it. You can do the countdown and run it on 10 minutes or whatever if you want. I just think this is so much easier. And it's actually down to the second. That one you have to kind of guess. So that's really only the only app we ever use. To get out of that, you want to press and hold, and you get back to calendar and weather, custom message, which again says best gun ever. You can easily play with it, put your jersey name, number. I ran for a little while with Sorry Cocker fans. You can play with it. So that is basically it. If you set your profile up, it's kind of nice. Got those reversed, but you get the idea. Anyway, if you set your profile up, it's kind of nice because it asks for your birthday, and then your gun will actually wish you happy birthday once a year. It has a little cupcake on there with a candle, and it's pretty neat. So anyway, if you have any questions, just hit us up. But that's basically how I set it up, and then how we actually use it in a match.